All right. Welcome to week 5 of the Texas League Fantasy Football Podcast. Uh, as you know, we like to start things off with a kickoff question from our co-host Jared. So, Jared, what are we kicking off with this week?
I had a question in mind, but I changed it because of something I saw on Instagram. I'm going to ask you through 4 weeks, what do you find to be the most shocking thing that has happened in fantasy, either good or bad?
All the injuries, all the
Yeah.
QBs going down like this early in the season.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say, injuries, because I don't think I've ever
Well,
seen this many
let's let's
injuries.
let's well, I think we kind of see that some version of it every year. Now, one thing I will say is that sometimes it's concentrated to a position group. Like last year,
Yeah.
it was a lot of running backs. But last year, it was a year before where there was just a lot of running backs that went down, right? This year, it seems to be the quarterbacks that are taking, and they
And,
just get
and
whooped
receivers,
out.
because receivers are going to season. They went out, freaking Tyreek out. He just surgery the other because of it. And he's not like next year, it's like the 90 for fantasy. But I mean,
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Do I know what?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill was injured, but I mean, we can't just blame the game of football. Tyreek got a whole bunch of stuff going on off the field that may have
true.
contributed
Touche.
to his injury. So, but we really wish him and the other injured players a very speedy recovery. I would say outside of the injuries, the most surprising thing that I've seen this year, and again, this is something that just comes from something I saw on social media, is the lack of production from big name players. Like,
Mm.
and some of
Derrick
it is
Henry.
impact. Some of it is impacted by those injured quarterbacks you're talking about. But like Derrick Henry is surprising. Like the Ravens are a mess right now, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the Ravens are in trouble. Like them sitting at 1-3. Like I don't think if you would have put that bet down in Vegas, Vegas would have laughed and took your money to the bank. They'd be really surprised right now. So it's very surprising. But again, even they've been hit with injuries. And it looks like Lamar Jackson's at least going to be out this
For
weekend.
this week, yeah.
So Cooper Rush is going to be up there in Baltimore slinging the rock.
Well, I'm hoping
So
that since this week Baltimore plays Houston, since that's Derrick Henry's show out game every damn year,
I was
I'm
just about to
hoping.
say I was just about to say. Now the good news for Derrick Henry is he's got an old familiar foe coming up. And I don't know how many 200-yard games in 3 touchdown games he's had in his career against the Texans. But if ever there was a time for a resurgence and a reacquaintance, allow Derrick Henry to reintroduce himself this weekend for the fantasy owners who have been watching his life go down since week 1. It's one of those things where, boy, you talk about a shot to the heart. Yes, here comes the Texans for Derrick Henry. Um,
Um,
Ooh, one, two, three,
four.
four,
I just
five,
did.
four. Yep, four 200-yard games against Houston Texans. Cowan had the same idea I did. I'm like, let's look this up. I'm curious.
I'm just saying, man.
And they were
Like,
back to back to back to back games
Yeah.
too.
yes, and I two of those 2 years he was on my fantasy team, and it was
It was.
just beautiful. It was just beautiful to just know. I don't know what else my team is gonna get this weekend, but Derrick Henry's gonna get off, so I'm good at running back this weekend. That's all.
Against Houston alone, he has 1,578 yards and 13 touchdowns just against Houston.
That's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's crazy.
Hey.
So I'm sure D'Amico Ryan in that Texas defense coming off of a win, where they actually did they get a shutout this past weekend?
Houston, didn't they?
Yeah,
Let me see.
they played the Titans. That's
They
like
did,
Oh,
but still, I mean, a shutout in the NFL is still a shutout. I mean, you
true.
ask the Packers if they wouldn't have liked to keep a shutout against the Browns 2 weeks ago. So a shutout is still a shutout. I don't care who
you
it's
know, you
against,
just
right?
everybody has their team. And I remember back in the day, it was remember T.Y. Hilton against the Texans.
Yes, yes. So it didn't matter who the quarterback was. But yeah, man. So man, so that kind of rolls me into the question I was gonna have. I already gave my answer to the question right now of which NFL team do you think is in the most trouble right now? So I think it's the Ravens. Obviously. What about you guys?
I mean, I'd probably agree with the Ravens, but it's not just the Ravens that I'd actually worry about. Why are the Saints 0-4?
Who?
The Saints.
They are
Because
0-4.
the Saints ain't good. Let's not.
Well, I hear you, but
it's Spencer
Saints
Rattler.
There's three. Oh, okay, touche.
Okay, well, let
Spencer Rattler.
me see. Let me look at Spencer Rattler's stats and see if he is deserving of. Yeah, I'm sorry, Spencer.
Like, what are you talking about? It's Spencer Rattler.
I wanted to defend you, Spencer.
No, you're not gonna. It's Spencer
Spencer
Rattler.
Rattler is 98 of 146.
Is Chris Olave still healthy?
For 765 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 pick on the season through 4.
Chris Olave only has 185 yards on the season and 1 touchdown.
I think Jawan Johnson might be the bright spot. And
He is. He's
no
the leading receiver right now.
There's no might be. There's 2 players that are keeping the Saints even anything like being competitive, and that's Jawan Johnson and Kamara, of course. So I mean, without them, they might be 0-5 through 4 games. You feel me? That's how bad they would be without the 2 of them. But okay, so yeah, I mean, if that's the case, but if you look at the 0-4 Saints and the 0-4
Jets,
the 0-4 Jet
and Titans,
okay, of those 0-4, okay, are those the only 3 0-4 teams?
Yeah.
Okay, of those 3 0-4 teams, who is the most surprising to be 0-4 right now?
I say the Titans would be the most surprising out of those 3, just because I'd expect them to at least have 1 win at this point. I don't expect them to make the playoffs. Let's not get it twisted. But out of those 3, right? I mean, the Jets. No, just no. And the Saints, I'm kind of with Jared with Spencer Rattler at quarterback. It's like no. But to me, the Titans are the most surprising of those 3 to be over.
Then I think Jared brought up the Saints. I'm actually going to say the Jets are the biggest surprise to me to be 0-4 because they actually do have weapons. Like Justin Fields is not a rookie. Like the Titans and the Saints, they both essentially have rookies. Even though Rattler's not a rookie, it's his first year as a full-time starter, right? He started a couple of games last year, but this is his first year as the full-time man with the ball. Cam Ward is, of course, a rookie, and the Titans were not good before he got there. The Jets actually have weapons on both sides of the ball. Like the Jets have a good defense. The Jets have a solid D-line. They've got sauce. Like they've got receivers. They have a top-tier running back and a serviceable quarterback, right? He was hurt for 1 game. But Tyrod is a veteran quarterback as well. So you would think that they would have been able to pull off at least 1 win in these first 4 games. So I do think that, they're all surprising. I'm just going to take a quick look here and see who they all have coming up this week to see if any of them have a chance of actually getting out of the win column. Okay.
The Jets are playing the Cowboys.
At home. Saints are playing the Giants coming off their first win of the season, also at home. And then the Titans are on the road versus the Cardinals. All 3 of those teams have very winnable games this weekend.
But here's the only thing that I'd be cautious with. Dallas has the number 1 offense right now. I know we're only 4 games into the season, but they do have the number 1 offense.
They also have the worst defense.
Right. Fair enough. That's what I'm saying. And with
so
the
hell of a shootout.
I mean, we saw the Packers. So the Cowboys and the Packers was a surprising shootout. That was actually, to me, probably probably the best game of the season so far, minus the tie.
We need to do away with the tie. They need to do like college 2-point conversions the rest of the game.
I had a whole conversation. So yesterday I went to donate blood, and the nurse and I had an entire conversation about the stupidity of ties in the pros, but they play to find a winner in college. Yeah. She was like, you go 1 overtime, you do 10 minutes. I'm like, either go to a kickoff or you go to 2-point conversions like they do in college. But there's no reason for there to still have the possibility of a tie in a regular season NFL game. Not when we know that seeding matters and everything is such a razor thin margin to the difference between making it to the playoffs versus not making the playoffs. You need that extra to win if you get the opportunity to. I would have loved to have seen him to go to just put that thing on the 3-yard line and just boom, go for it back and forth until somebody walks by there with a W.
Yeah,
they'll never vote for that. They'll never vote for put it at the 3 because the Eagles and the tush push. Now they do need to find a way to get rid of these ties, but the Eagles they
hell, do it from the 7 then. Do it from the 7 and give them that gives them a chance, right? Because that way you can't pick up a first down. Or do it from the 9. Do it
like old school, like we used to do growing up. You're like, okay, you're on the 25-yard line, first and goal. You have to score.
And
you got 4
I
plays
would even say that. Just after the first overtime period, you put it back and you got 4 chances to get in the end zone. So if you don't get in the end zone, you kick a field goal. But that's why I say put it on the 10 or the 9. Oh, let's put it on the 10 because that way you still can't get a first down. You get 4 chances, and probably gonna still end up in some kicks, but some teams are gonna also get in the end zone. Yeah. But that's the future. All right. So NFL games came lots of interesting things, including our second Monday Night Football doubleheader of the season. But by the end of Sunday night, 6 teams in the Texas League had won, 6 teams had lost. So let us do a quick recap of week 4.
So I get this man.
It was a good day for the Caldwell family.
Well, let's start. Since he's happy that he's squelched up out of there. Yes, I've made up a word, squelched.
I see that.
Up out of
there. Somebody put that on Urban Dictionary.
And basically, he has to be thanking the Kansas City Chiefs defense because that is the difference between your win and your loss. Lamar Jackson going out of the game in the third quarter.
Yep.
It was the winning combination that Dr. Deuce had. I just want to
taking J.K. Dobbins out after he reached 100.
Dude, they took J.K. Dobbins out twice. There was 2 times where J.K. Dobbins was in scoring position where what's his name? Bo Nix ran one in, and then the other, who's the backup running back? Where they caught the.
I don't know, but he was my friend.
RJ Harvey.
RJ Harvey, yeah, RJ Harvey, and then RJ Harvey ran the other touchdown in that could have been.
He's my new hero.
But hey, man, in the end, you play what's on the field and you go with what happens. And what we got was Dr. Deuce getting the victory over Muff Divers, who after starting off strong and being the top scorer week 1 and the second top scorer week 2 has now dropped 2 in a row. Not a lot of help on the bench, but let's talk about the surprise that is Kyle Pitts having a more than decent game for the first time this season. So we'll see if Kyle makes an appearance in Muff Divers roster come week 5.
Bye week.
All right. Oh, bye week. That's right. Forgot about that. All right. We'll go to our other co-host, our high scorer of the week co-host.
Nobody, no money.
So for the first time this year, the money stayed in the bank. Dr. Deuce, how did he squeak by with his 35-point victory?
I mean, he had almost everybody at 20. So it's like,
except for your quarterback.
Except for Mike. Well, okay, sorry. Everybody in double figures with the exception of 2 people. I didn't see your defense, but, it didn't really matter. You got Ahmad St. Brown, who had a great game.
Well, the defense
we knew Puka was going to do something.
Well, the defense put on 21. So
Hampton, I love watching him run, even though we lost. And so that 80-some-odd yard run was good. I know you was happy when he broke through that day. I'm like, damn, he gone. And so, with hanging with Hernandez starting Colin Murray, even though he got him 20-something points, nobody else showed up except they actually gave Austin Gentry the damn ball. Like, imagine that. Give him the ball. This fool can run. He ran for 34 points.
I mean, I will say
they still took the L, but
I will say that that's the Ashton Genty that the Raiders drafted, right?
Yeah.
that he showed what he could do. Like I think that the pundits, again, I want to say that analysts and pundits have got to stop being so mother freaking reactionary. 3 games into the rookie season, and you're like, oh, this kid's a bust? Really? The kid hasn't even gotten his NFL legs under him yet. Can y'all calm down? It's way too much crowning, as Dennis Green would say. It's way too much crowning, way too much burying too early in these players' seasons. So let them actually get a chance to become pros. And I think that he definitely showed what he can do. Yeah, this right here was the big surprise to me. 21 points from the Detroit defense. That was big time. That was big time. So shout out to our co-host. And since we're doing co-host, let's go to the only co-host that lost this week.
Hey, there has to be one, it's cool.
Didn't have to be one, but there happened to be one. So I'm gonna do my own analysis because I'm gonna tell people, even when you talk about fantasy for a hobby, or if you even take it seriously because you consider yourself to be pretty good, and I would say we consider ourselves to be above average fantasy players, on roster lock moments, you actually can waver back and forth. And so when Malik Neighbors went down early in that game, I had a crisis of conscience. And I said, man, Caleb had a really good game last week, which is why I started him. Dak didn't. But in the moments before the kickoff for the Bears, I actually had moved Dak into the starting position, and then I moved him back out. And I should have stuck with my first instinct. Now, here's the only thing that kind of gave me a little bit of comfort is that even with the 20 additional points, I still lose, right? So a moral, I don't know if there's such thing as a moral loss, but had I played Dak, I still would have lost that game thanks to the injury to Malik Neighbors, and of course, the continued issue of a lack of production in the passing game from the Eagles. So shout out to company, man. Great victory. Good job on that. All right. Jerry, you wanted to say something.
I'm gonna talk about company man a little bit later. I'll say it later.
All right. Now, in our surprise matchup loss of the week, Jerry, we said we don't pick against Big Green until she loses. Well, what happened?
She lost by 9. Let's see. Tyreek Hill and that gruesome injury didn't help the cause.
No,
I have a feeling he probably could have put some more points up there. Ricky Pearsall gets hurt. Bucky Irving is hurt. Plus, he got a fumble. Just injuries did not help, and she only lost by 9.
Right.
Not to mention you got Jordan Love over there with 30 points from that tie they had, and
man,
Bijan Robinson and the Falcons showed up.
Yes, they did. That was a surprising win, even though Washington, battling some injuries. That game was not as close as the final score. It was actually not as close as the final score made it look. And then, Super Mario Cristobal actually overcame a big drop in production from week 3 to week 4 for Montgomery.
And McConkey only had 1 catch for 11 yards.
That's crazy.
He had Butterfingers at the beginning of the game.
That is crazy. I just realized that. Yeah, damn, lad.
I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, dude, what the hell? Do you eat popcorn or something? What the hell's going on?
Damn, lad. 6 targets, 1 catch. Oof.
Yeah.
It's almost like he had money on the giant.
The boy said he was on the subway eating hot dogs before the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really on the
talking about Nathan's World Famous.
Right. So we have, Philadelphia's D performed a little bit better, but that just would have gave her a 4-point loss. So Big Green goes, but that's crazy. 1 loss dropped her from first place to 3rd because she hasn't been scoring a lot of points, but still in that early season playoff position. All right. Battle of 2 former champions here. Kirkwood versus Ed Corn.
I believe I'm the only one who called this game right. Am I wrong?
We thought that Ed Corn was going to pull out a close game. I actually said Ed Corn was going to win by double digits. Jared said it would be
Oh,
close.
did
I
you?
thought it was going to be double digits
Oh,
for
okay.
Ed Corn. But yeah,
You forgot that San Francisco was playing Jacksonville, and Christian McCaffrey and Jacksonville ain't got no damn run defense.
no, they do not. And that ended up being a big difference. I honestly, this to me was what I said was going to be the difference, which is why
Mm,
Ed Corn would win. Turns out
yeah,
it's the reason why he lost. So
yeah.
I thought Keenan Allen was going to actually produce a lot better
Well,
again.
Jamar Chase didn't do much either because Cincinnati couldn't get him the damn ball.
Yeah, I mean, but that's true. And again, I also thought that, if anybody on Cincinnati was going to do anything, it would be Jamar Chase. But it turns out
Mhm.
nobody on Cincinnati did anything. So
Did you see
shout
him on
out
the
to Pittsburgh.
sidelines? He was pissed
But what is he
during that
mad
game.
about? What you mad about? You know your team sucks.
Yeah, well,
Like I saw
yeah,
I saw a question, I saw a meme that said the more I watch the Bengals look so terrible without him, the more I think Joe Burrow might actually be the greatest player in the NFL right now. Because there is no team that has fallen off harder this
yeah.
season with
We're
the
losing their
loss of
quarterback.
their quarterback. So, but we talked about that before. Like they're gonna have to upgrade that offensive line. Like that's just all that it is. Can't avoid it no more. All right, two boobs, two balls, one goal versus our man Bench Burrow and Deal. Dr. Deuce.
Yeah, so DK Metcalf, that long touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers, just damn. I mean, I knew the man was quick. Don't get me wrong, I've always known he was fast, but it still just baffles my mind that you could be that freaking top heavy and still be that damn fast. It's
Man,
impressive. I
right,
mean, Josh Jacobs turned into the Josh Jacobs we all remember.
right,
James Cook started doing good. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, his old ass is still doing good.
right,
I thought he'd have more points. I thought Josh Allen would have more points, but after blowing out for a while, what you gonna
right.
do? So, I mean, I thought it would be a little closer, but
Yeah, neither defense did anything.
mm-mm.
Again,
AJ Brown didn't do nothing, but he really hasn't really done much this season at all.
right. You want to talk now. You want to talk, and here's the problem. Like I was saying, and this is the same problem that they had last year when they were on their Super Bowl run, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to complain when your team's winning. Like if your
Yeah.
team's losing, then you get to say, man, I need to get the ball more, right? But when
Mm-hmm.
your team's 4-0, it's kind of hard to go all diva and say, I need the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to Bench Burrow and Deal. They're on a 2-game winning streak, you know? So, after week 4, we
Hold on, play
now
the trumpet sound. Dun, dun, dun,
I ain't
dun.
playing
Go ahead.
nothing. We now have Dr. Deuce back in the lead by himself as he went 50% on the week. I am still trailing with Jared sitting at 45.8 for the season, and I'm sitting at 1/3. This has not been a good season so far picking for me. But we have a chance to turn it all around as we go into our week 5 picks. So, Mr. Leaderboard, let's start off with your game this week against Muff Divers. All right.
I just had to update my roster because they just put freaking Cardinals running back on IR. So it's like, damn. So
All right,
literally, they just did it like an hour ago. It's like, well, shit. Okay,
Jared.
next man up.
Well, one thing we know for sure is that he's gonna have to make some roster changes because he's gonna have to put Pitts in, and let's see who his backup quarterback is. Trevor Lawrence versus Ken.
Pitts is on by. He gotta go get a tight end.
You got it.
Oh, dang, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. I just forgot he was on by. Okay. So he's gonna need a tight end off the waiver wire. And Trevor Lawrence coming in as his backup. Yeah. Gonna go with Mathis King this week. And yeah, I just don't feel that without Lamar Jackson, Muff Divers team is not the bully that it could be. So yeah. What about you, Jared?
As the phrase goes, what's understood doesn't have to be said. Math is king, because look at that lineup.
Right. I mean, if he's gone, he the man. especially with Cooper Rush coming in. Yeah, they're not gonna ask Cooper Rush to do anything but throw the ball about 15 to 17 times just
And
to
he's going to throw it to
be
Bateman. That's
honest.
why I put Bateman up in my starting lineup.
Exactly. So, and then on the other side, you got the stack. I mean, their defense is not very good. Has Kelsey scored a touchdown yet this season?
No, I don't think so.
No,
one at the beginning, yeah.
So he hasn't scored a touchdown since week
But
1.
hey, I just give me my consistent 7 points. That's all I ask. I don't ask for a lot.
But I went ahead and grabbed. If all we're asking for Travis Kelce to give us is 7 points a week, he is definitely past his expiration date. Because that's
I agree. But I'm hoping against Jacksonville that they're going to make me happy this Monday night.
We'll see.
That's why I picked up KC's defense, because Trevor Lawrence likes throwing to the defensive players. So, I mean.
He does. So that is a solid pickup. So, yeah. We have our first consensus. Jared, Company Man versus Ed Corn. Who you like in this one?
Company Man went and spent a lot of money in Fab this week. It better pay off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that, but I think I'm going with Company Man. I think we'll go with Company Man because I still don't trust the Texans' offense. The defense is good. I don't trust their offense.
Right.
And if they do, they've been running the ball. So he spent a large amount of money to go pick up Woody Marks.
Right.
He spent some money. I saw he spent some money and he picked up Trey Tucker last week. He's just been out there blowing money fast. And I guess he
beach Larry Hoop.
For real. I'm like, have you seen some of these prices he's spent? Oof.
I have, and that's surprising. I definitely think that he's not scared to, unlike Jerry Jones or the Bengals owner, he ain't scared to spend money on the players that he wants on his team. So can't be mad at that. What about you, Dr. Deuce? Who you like?
Well, it looks like we might not have a consensus on this one. I mean, I agree. I like the matchups more on Company Man. And I agree, CJ Stroud, I don't exactly trust him. However, I think Brock Bowers and Travis Etienne are going to do something this weekend. I know Bowers is banged up a little bit, but he's the safety net. And, when Geno's not throwing to the wrong freaking people, Geno generally hits him. So I think it's going to be a super close game, but I'm going with Acorn.
I agree with you. And I'm going to tell you what else, too. I actually expect Ed Corn to start Geno this weekend. Despite him throwing 3 interceptions last week, Geno is actually putting up pretty decent points this season. I think that I would say this. I would not be surprised if Ed Corn switches out Geno.
Because his only game back was bad against the Chargers.
See, now I will say this, though. CJ has literally increased bit by bit
every week. True.
Every week. But Baltimore, but with Lamar being out, and I know the Ravens are banged up on defense, this is a must-win game for them, and they're at home. I
can see this being a shootout, honestly.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if he kept CJ, but I think in terms of if you're looking at risk versus reward, I might play Geno, but I won't be surprised if he keeps CJ. Either way, I agree with you. I actually think Ed Corn is going to win this. So, all right. Bench Burrow and Deal versus Super Mario Crystal Ballin. Who we like, gentlemen?
Is this James Daniels' first game back?
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. He's playing my damn Chargers. Shit.
Yep.
Fresh legs.
Yeah. Oof. I'm going with Super Mario.
Okay.
I mean, he has better matchups. He has, better everything.
Okay.
I mean,
Jared, what you think?
Yeah, I don't like Jake Browning. He's been not good. And his other quarterback, Joe Burrow, who we discussed earlier, is hurt. Aaron Rodgers is on bye, so he has to play Browning. And
he got like 5 or 6 people on bye. Damn, yeah. I got like 1.
Yeah.
That bye week's hitting them hard. I'm gonna have to go with let's go with my cousin on this one. You know,
Yeah.
it helps if McConkey does something, but you know,
Yeah, I think that I also agree. I don't think Benchborough and Deal is going to be able to overcome the bye week losses of his main players. Detroit's defense has been showing the F out this year.
I'd appreciate if
And
they
we
did it
saw
again.
and we saw how bad they played last. We saw how bad the Bengals looked last week. So yeah, I don't without them seeing a defense that will actually let up on them, I don't see that getting much better this week. So another consensus.
Yep.
It's all right. Okay. Two boobs, two balls, one goal versus hanging with Hernandez. Dr. Deuce. Two mobile quarterbacks. Which one you'd like
Yeah.
better?
I like Josh Allen better. That's a no-brainer. He ain't got to worry about no video game releases. But I don't like his flex position player. Just because AJ Brown hasn't really done much, but I do like Trey McBride on hanging with Hernandez side. Austin Gentry, gotta like him. Unfortunately, he's just on a bad team, but gotta like him. Xavier Worthy, gotta like him. So it's
Yeah,
like
that matchup again, that speed versus
I know.
Jaguars.
I mean, damn.
I'm just seeing who else he got down here in the flex. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Hollywood Brown down there. Ooh.
Honestly, I put Chris Olave
I mean,
in that flex.
Right.
I mean, if they put Chris Olave in that flex, I'd go with them. You know what the hell? I'm gonna go with I'll go with Chuck and them.
Two boobs, two ball?
Yeah.
Okay. You think they're gonna change the flex and that gives them the edge?
Yeah, I do.
I
Okay.
don't. He
Okay.
AJ Brown has been his keeper for like 3 years now, and he rocking with AJ Brown every week. And
He needed to start singing that song from Frozen, "Let It Go."
Hey,
Jared, who do you like?
You know what? I'm going with Hangman Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't know if he watches every week, but happy belated birthday, sir. His birthday was yesterday.
Oh, congratulations, sir. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Steven. Okay. All right, man. So I'm the tiebreaker this week. Let's see. We just saw what a quarterback could do to the Titans, but Kyler Murray's lost his running back.
Both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with two boobs, two balls. I don't think that Kyler Murray is gonna have the game he needs to get Hangler Hernandez to win. And Josh Allen, let's just be clear, right? People act like they don't hear it, but I think a lot of people, and I think Josh Allen heard a lot of the people talk about how he was not deserving of last year's
MVP
award.
Mm-hmm.
He is absolutely on MVP pace right now. And I think that he's kind of on a revenge season. He smells the crack that the Ravens' bad play is leaving open to make a deep run. And so I think that he's really motivated. So for that reason, I'm going with two boobs, two balls, one goal this week. All right. In a matchup between former champions, Dr. Deuce, who do you like between Team Fight Me Back and Kirkwood?
Ooh. So I think quarterbacks will be even. I think Ahmad St. Brown is going to get more points than Johnston. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. Puka's going to get more points than Rashid. Hampton's going to get probably more points than Kamara. Chris McCaffrey is going to outdo Mason. Laporta's going to outdo, yeah. Scatter was going to outdo Debo more than likely. Damn. 1, 2. Let's see. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn. It comes down to the defense.
So almost an even match up here in the projection.
I would pick Detroit's defense over Seattle, so I'm going to have to go with our esteemed colleague over here.
Okay.
It's going to come down to the defense. I think they have 4 good on one side, 4 good on the other. Defense, I'd pick Detroit over Seattle any damn day, Even though they're playing Tampa, I'd still pick Detroit over, and they're playing Cincinnati. So I mean, come on.
Right. Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Team Fight Me Back. I mean, this stack has been killing it for him this
Yeah.
year. And then again, the thing I saw on YouTube earlier was like it was talking about of the top 11 or 12 wide receivers in the preseason rankings, only 2 of the top 11 are either performing or not injured, and he has both of them. That's Puka and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So.
Right. It's dub.
So yeah, we're gonna go with Team Fight Me Back. Jared, are you making it official with picking yourself this week?
Of course, I'm picking myself.
Hey,
I ain't got no bye weeks.
We gotta make it official, my brother, for the record. And now we come to the last matchup of the week: Devastator versus the Big Green. Gentlemen, who you like?
Well, we got to see her bench because she got 2 zeros up there
Okay,
and some zeros on her bench. Damn.
she's got Ricky Pearsall out and Tyreek Hill out. And who does she have to?
Not a lot.
Got Malik Washington.
Yeah.
But she's got the current third string now, slot receiver moving into she's the fourth string man moving into the third string role now. Hopkins ain't gonna really help her, not with Cooper Rush coming in there.
Ew. I mean, well, we said we wouldn't vote against her until she lost. She lost. I'm going with Debo.
Jared, who you like?
I gotta go with you. It's too many injuries on her team. Pearsall's out. Tyreek is out. Bucky Irvin is that questionable. Let me tell you, that man is on some crutches with a walking boot. I don't expect him to play this weekend. So this,
Right.
I don't know. I ain't see another running back on the bench. So she going to. I'm gonna have to go with you, sir, because I don't. It's just too much uncertainty on that team for me right now.
I also am going with myself, and as much as it pains me to have to do it, I might leave Devontae Smith in, but for the first time this season, I might actually swap him out.
For Stephon Diggs, I would.
For Stephon Diggs, I probably will swap him out for Stephon Diggs. But of course, once I do that, Devontae Smith's going to have a career game.
Right. No, right before kickoff, you're going to change it again. We all know you're going to.
So whoever I don't play is going to get 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, either way, it's all good. All right. So the picks are in for week 5. We have a request for a roster review this week. So this one came from a friend of mine. Shout out to my guy, Keith, Philly native and big Philadelphia Eagles fan. So we are in this league together. We're not facing each other this week, but I told him about our podcast and he said, hey, I'd like to get some assistance this week. Now, just to explain this league a little bit, because it's different, right? It's a 20-team league. Now, I've never been in a league this size before, but it's not just a 20-team league. It is a 20-team league made up of people that we know through the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge. Honda Campus All-Star Challenge is an HBCU trivia program that is going into its, I believe, 37th year this year. So all of us are former players and alumni, and they formed a fantasy league this year. Not only is it a 20-team league, it's a PPR league, and only 4 teams make the playoffs.
Out of 20, damn.
Out of 20, right. There is no wild card week. 4 teams make the playoffs. There's no divisions. There's no top 4 teams make the playoffs. And so Keith is currently sitting at 3-1 and in playoff position, but he wants to keep it going like that. So checking out his roster, do we have any recommendations on changes for the weekend?
Put White in the flex because, like I said, Bucky Irvin probably not going to play, which means his production should go up.
Man, okay. I'm going to agree with that. I think Hollywood Brown he's streaky, right? He's still with Xavier Worthy out there. It is going to be able to be tearing up stuff this weekend and just running crazy. I think that Rachaad White getting the bulk of the carries is going to be the move for him.
What I was actually thinking was maybe put White in for Charbonnet and put. Can he have a tight end in the flex?
No, it's not a super flex.
Okay, then never mind. Then I agree with what Calvin said.
Right. But you know what? Nope. Even if he could, I still wouldn't pick Kincaid. Because remember, after that game he had in week 3, let me look this up real quick to see what did Kincaid score last week? Because I remember watching the game and thinking to myself, there's the Dalton Kincaid I know and love.
What's Tampa Bay's run defense, Calvin?
No, we can stop the run. It's that pass we can't stop.
Okay. And that's my only caution on Charbonnet.
Dalton Kincaid, 1 catch last week for 28 yards. But
it's Buffalo. But Buffalo's playing New England.
To be fair, it was a 28-yard touchdown. So he still ended up with 9 points, almost 10 points. But again, he went from 5 catches for 66 and 1 to 1 catch for 28. So yeah, I definitely think that. So and not only that, Tampa Bay can actually run the ball really well. Like they actually have a pretty good balance between Rashad and Bucky. But yeah, with Bucky being out, Rashad getting the bulk is expected.
He has a good little roster for this week.
He does. He definitely does.
Minus the Hollywood Brown one, maybe.
Right. So we're gonna see. Now, also a reminder: this is how much the NFL either hates the Vikings, Europe, or both combined, because the Vikings had to stay over there.
That's true.
For a second week, they're going from Ireland to London to play back-to-back.
It's a short trip.
It is, but I mean, after a game like they lost the week before, you would love to be able to have the family just go home, sleep in your own bed, curl up under your own blanket, and just forget about the ass whooping you just took. Mm-hmm. But now instead, you get to do it all over again in an unfamiliar state.
It's against Cleveland though, so I think they have a better chance.
Yeah, but
I mean, if they keep Myles Garrett off of them,
defense, right? True. Right. Cleveland has a great defense.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. They are the number 1 defense right now. That's true.
But you're I don't know. I'm not gonna say you're forgetting. Let us not forget who's starting for Cleveland.
Dylan Gabriel. Right. Dylan Gabriel starting this week.
Oh, damn! I'm about to say who? I forgot about him.
Yeah, we hate England confirmed.
We hate England confirmed
because we're giving them. Is JJ McCarthy back this week for Minnesota?
I didn't think so.
I don't think so. So we're giving them Carson Wentz versus Dylan Gabriel.
Do we get a Shedeur Sanders sighting?
I mean, no, he's still the number 3.
So
yes, he is still number 3. So unless 2 unfortunate injuries happen, no, we will not get a Shedeur Sanders sighting. But you know what? I will say, I bet you if it turns into a blowout either direction, I bet you we will. Because what's the point of putting Flacco back out there here? You just put him on the bench. Why would you send him out there in mop-up duty? So if you're going to do anything, you throw Shedeur out there. So shout out to my guy, Keith. Keith, throw Rachaad White in there in that flex spot, brother. And good luck in your game this week. All right. So that's the end of our run of show. Fellas, who you looking forward to seeing this weekend NFL game-wise?
I want to see Jaden Daniels since he's back with fresh legs. I do want to, and fortunately he's playing my squad, but I do want to see what he can do. I do like him as a quarterback. He's a good young quarterback, and I'm really, really excited to see where his career leads to. I mean, I hope he doesn't do that great on Sunday, but I do want to see what he can do because he's very dynamic, so I like that.
Right. I am actually looking forward to this week's Thursday night game. Usually, I'm pretty,
49ers and Rams?
But yeah, number one, the main reason being because they hate each other.
Okay, that's fair.
Main reason being because it's a big rivalry game between the two of them, and both of their quarterbacks are healthy. So I actually expect it to be some decent quarterback.
No, Brock's not healthy.
Brock's out again. God dang it, Brock.
Purdy's out, Pearsall's out, Jennings out. I don't think this is going to be a good game for the 49ers.
I rescind my excitement about tomorrow night's game.
Rescind my excitement.
I mean, I'll catch highlights of it, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
I rescind my excitement. In that case, then I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Cowboys and the Jets. I said it earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. I think the Jets have the best chance of getting off of the winless column this weekend, and they're at home. I would love to see them sneak a victory away from the Cowboys on their home stadium. How about you, Jared?
Obviously, just I want to see if Derrick Henry picks up where he left off, running rampant on the Texans.
Right. I hope so. I need it.
Fantasy owners everywhere are hoping he does.
Yes, they are. They definitely are.
I want to see what I'm calling the 1976 Bowl, Seattle and Tampa Bay, because they both wear their 1976 jerseys when they came in the league. That game.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is also new information to me. So that's what's up.
Yeah. They're both 3-1, which is shocking because as many injuries as the Bucks have, I'm shocked that we're 3-1, and I've been a fan for a long time. I'm like, we 3-1 for real? Okay.
Hey man, take them when you get them.
Exactly. But I want to see them uniforms. They both bringing out the 1976 uniforms. I want to see if Derrick Henry can get back on track and just do what he does, which is average 100+ yards and a touchdown against the Texans.
All right.
I'm okay with this.
Well, that's our show. Good luck to you and your fantasy team, since none of us are facing each other this weekend. Good luck to you gentlemen in your games as well.
Appreciate it.
As we always say, we wish the best of luck to you and your team. As you see, we are happy to review your roster and give advice. And I forgot to put the infographic up, but one of the people we helped last week won his victory in the landslide.
Oh, there you go.
So just so you know, we do actually know what we're talking about. So if you want us to review your roster, give a shout out, and we'll see how Keith makes out this weekend with our advice. So until next time, peace.